A long time ago, in Thailand, a businessman named Chaleo Yovidya created a special energy drink. It was made to help workers stay awake and active. The drink was simple but powerful. It gave energy to those who needed it most. One day, an Austrian entrepreneur named Dietrich Mateschitz visited Thailand. He was always looking for new ideas. When he drank Chaleo's energy drink, he felt a sudden boost. It was exactly what people needed, not just in Thailand, but all over the world. Dietrich saw a big opportunity, but success was not easy. At first, no one believed in the idea. Many people said, energy drinks will never sell. But Dietrich and Chaleo did not listen to the doubters. They took risks, worked hard, and believed in their vision. They made the drink even better and gave it a new name: Red Bull. But they didn't stop there. They knew that selling a product was not enough. They had to create a lifestyle. So, they focused on adventure, sports, and pushing limits. At first, sales were slow. But just like a small wave can grow into a giant one, Red Bull kept going. They sponsored extreme sports, supported dreamers, and built a brand that was more than just a drink. It was a movement. Years passed, and Red Bull became famous. The same drink that once struggled to sell was now everywhere. From small shops to big cities, from athletes to students, everyone wanted the energy to chase their dreams. But success is never the end. Red Bull kept growing, trying new things, and inspiring people. Because real success is not about stopping, it's about always moving forward. As Red Bull grew, it did not just sell energy drinks, it built a world where people believed in pushing their limits. From sponsoring extreme sports like skydiving and Formula One to creating breathtaking events, Red Bull became more than a brand. It became a symbol of adventure, courage, and endless possibilities. But the journey was not always smooth. Many companies tried to copy Red Bull's success. New energy drinks appeared in the market, some cheaper, some claiming to be better. People said, Red Bull's time is over. But just like before, Red Bull did not listen to doubts. Instead of focusing on competition, Red Bull focused on innovation. It didn't just sell drinks, it created experiences. It launched Red Bull Air Race, where pilots raced in the sky. It supported athletes who dared to break records. And then, it did something no brand had ever done before. It sent a man to space. Felix Baumgartner, a skydiver, partnered with Red Bull for a historic mission. He would jump from the edge of space, free-falling faster than the speed of sound. Millions watched as he stepped out of the capsule, heart pounding. As he fell, the world held its breath. And then, he landed safely. It was a moment of history, one that proved nothing is impossible. Red Bull's success was not just in business, but in mindset. It taught the world that to win, you must take risks, that you must believe in your ideas when no one else does, that the journey never ends, because there is always a new challenge, a new adventure, a new dream waiting to be chased. And so, Red Bull continues its story. More sports, more records, more impossible feats turned into reality. It proves that energy is not just in a drink, it's in those who dare to push limits. As Red Bull soared higher, it never stopped reinventing itself. While others played it safe, Red Bull kept taking risks, proving that success is not about following trends, but creating them. It expanded beyond sports and energy drinks. Red Bull Media House was born, a company that told stories of adventure, determination, and pushing limits. They created films, documentaries, and events that captured the spirit of those who dared to go further. People no longer just drank Red Bull, they lived its philosophy. Then came the next challenge: technology. While the world focused on traditional advertising, Red Bull saw the future in digital content. It built one of the most powerful online platforms, where millions watched, learned, and got inspired. Every video, every challenge, and every event carried the same message: you can do more, you can be more. And then, Red Bull set its sights beyond Earth again. It partnered with space programs, extreme explorers, and innovators who dreamed of reaching beyond the sky. Could there be an energy drink in space? Could an astronaut break another record with the Red Bull mission? The possibilities were endless, but Red Bull's greatest power was not in its drink, it was in the mindset it created. It inspired entrepreneurs to build businesses, athletes to break records, and ordinary people to chase extraordinary dreams. It became more than a brand, It became a movement. And so, the journey continues. Red Bull does not stop. It cannot stop. Because there is always another peak to climb, another speed to break, another impossible dream waiting to be turned into reality. As Red Bull's journey continued, it became more than just a company. It became a symbol of fearless ambition. Every year it pushed further, reaching new industries, new challenges, and new frontiers. Red Bull didn't just sponsor sports, it created them. The world's most daring athletes trusted Red Bull to fuel their record-breaking achievements. Whether it was deep-sea diving, mountain climbing, or space exploration, Red Bull was always there, proving that human potential has no limits. Then, a new idea emerged: Red Bull Academy. This was not about drinks or sports, it was about mindset. Young entrepreneurs, creators, and innovators from all over the world came to learn what it truly meant to push beyond limits. Red Bull was no longer just fueling the body, it was fueling the mind. Technology was the next big adventure. Red Bull entered the world of esports, AI, and futuristic engineering. It built digital arenas where gamers could compete on the biggest stages. It designed advanced training programs for athletes, using AI to push human performance to new levels. It even invested in clean energy projects, proving that real power comes from innovation. But even with all its success, Red Bull knew one thing: the journey never ends. The brand kept looking ahead. What if Red Bull could power the fastest flying cars? What if it could break the barriers of deep space travel? What if the next great explorer, scientist, or visionary was someone sitting at home, just waiting for a spark of motivation? The answer was simple. Red Bull would always be there to push them forward. And so, the story of Red Bull goes on, without an end, because limits are meant to be broken, dreams are meant to be chased, and the greatest adventures are still ahead. After decades of pushing limits, breaking records, and inspiring millions, Red Bull had become more than just a brand. It was a way of life. From the tallest mountains to the deepest oceans, from the fastest race cars to the edge of space, it had left its mark on the world. The dream that started with a simple energy drink had turned into a global movement. It had fueled athletes, innovators, and dreamers, proving that impossible was just a word. But every great journey must find its final chapter. As the world changed, new generations took the lessons Red Bull had taught: to dream big, to take risks, to never settle, and carried them forward. Red Bull's name would forever be remembered in history, not just as a company, but as a symbol of courage and determination. The adventures may have ended, but the spirit of Red Bull would live on in every person who dared to push beyond their limits. And so, the story of Red Bull reached its final page, but the message remained. The energy to chase your dreams is within you. Go out and make the impossible happen.